been looking at David's Google glasses, and I'm just dying to know, like, what they're like. You know, David, are you able to tweet with those, or if you were in one of the events, would you be able to sort of send texts or tweets from there while you were watching?
Yeah, absolutely. So it's essentially it's not on right now. I have to charge it last night, but yeah, you can basically run your entire operation off this thing. The only problem is it's voice controlled, so you can't be sitting in the back of the conference talking to yourself the whole time. But I mean, yeah, you can tweet off of it. You can Facebook off of it. You can. It pretty much does whatever your cell phone can do, but it's on your face.
What's the etiquette about people tweeting? If I was sitting there hammering my phone while you were talking, is that rude, or is it acceptable, or?
As long as you're tweeting good things, and you're not tweeting, I'm so bored, I don't mind if you're tweeting.
Does everybody tweet, by the way, while at these events? Is that considered just generally that's fine to do?
Absolutely, I think it's great. And I love if other people are tweeting in conferences that I cannot attend, because this is the way how I can still follow and I can still get the gist or the flow of the conference. And I love to read those tweets. And on the other hand, I don't tweet a lot. We discussed this before. I don't tweet a lot about my life, about what I'm doing every day. But when I'm at a conference, I'm trying to summarize and condense the main points. So my friends who are following me and who are interested in the same topics would like to read that, and they get an idea of what we're discussing and what may be the new stuff.
That's interesting, because Jack's going to try something new. I don't know what you think, Akesh, but you see people sort of do those tweets like Ilka's explaining. Jack, you're going to go to the conference and do sort of people's responses, aren't you?
So we thought here at Visions Live that we'd like to get down there and get some video response, some live response, and then post that via our kind of Twitter, you know, because I think there's a lot of emphasis that can be put on visual these days, and I think if you kind of catching live visual reaction one-on-one with the attendees, then that we feel that's going to hold more value than a repurposed tweet. So we're really kind of buying into the fact that there's going to be a lot of social action going on at these events, and that's why I was really interested to get your guys' thoughts on that.
I know we feel that, but I wonder what Ilka and Akesh and David feel. Like, if you were on Twitter and you had a quote, or you could watch somebody's reaction, which would you prefer?
Very interested in that, yeah.
Well, it sounds to me like you're trying to do market research to figure out which sessions people are responding to and which sessions people aren't.
we thought we'd get some free research in now. I thought, why not?
You know, I was just comparing this to Qual research, either mobile or online, whether you use different channels, and that's what you're doing. If you use the Twitter text, you've got the short, limited space where people really, and I'm not talking about the boring retweets, blah, blah, but where people have to think about the most important stuff. And there are people who said, smart people who said, I didn't have the time to say it in a short way, because it's really, that's the difference. If someone is capable to say in few words the key things that happened. So these are the tweets I love. The clips sound very interesting, but they can take a lot of time if you have to look at all these tweets and all the videos. So they have to be really to the point and also edited. And then I think it's great.
How fast is the current or the stream of information? You know, when you go into these events, are you learning new things, or are things developing quite fast? Could you expand a bit more on that?
Yeah, things develop a little bit fast, and you know, as I mentioned, you know, my point is that you know, West is definitely much far ahead than the East. So you know, we possibly are still getting into the online mode, which West possibly did like 10 years back. You know, we are getting into mobile now because the technology is growing, but you know, West has already done their bit on that already. So that basically, you know, gives us a little feel on, you know, what new technologies are coming in. Possibly, I would say, you know, 95% of the softwares, be it you know, online programming softwares or mobile programming softwares and stuff like that, has been developed in the West. nothing has come that far in the eastern part of the world. So that gives us some great insights into how, things cannot be copied as they are in West because of various restrictions, but we can channelize them in a different way and implement in our market as such. So in that sense, it's pretty good to go in there and get that knowledge.